You're watching a special broadcast of Truth versus Hype. Many have seen Nitish Kumar's migration to the BJP as a clear sign that an already faltering opposition has in effect collapsed, and that the BJP's road to 2019 is increasingly certain. But tonight, let's look at two other lessons from the Bihar turnaround. One, does it mark the increasing irrelevance of so-called secular politics? Not secularism itself, of course, which remains an important principle in Indian public life, worth fighting for, but what passes for secular politics. And two, does the Bihar turnaround underline the utterly cynical and power-centric nature of Indian politics, even when it comes to someone like Nitish Kumar, considered amongst the country's more principled politicians? Here are key quotes from the main players this week as they attempted to justify the moral and political contortions that they had to undertake this past week.
रणछोड़ निकला नीतीश कुमार, जिसको हम छोटा भाई बोलते थे। दिल्ली के सरकार इनका समूचा चल रहा था विगत 6 महीना से।
He left the NDA because Narendra Modi was made prime ministerial candidate. That was his main problem.
See, it is for him to answer these questions. I think it will be better if you ask these questions from JDU, from Nitish Kumar. Only he can answer.
कि ये जो छल कपट और नकारात्मक राजनीति जो हुई है, जोड़ तोड़ की बात जो चली है, मेरा ये स्पष्ट मानना मेरा ही नहीं बल्कि पूरे देश का मानना है कि ये पहले से ही प्री प्लान था। 4 साल समझिए कि कितना बड़ा नुकसान बिहार की जनता को हुआ, एक इंडिविजुअल को छवि बनाने के लिए, एक बेनिफिट पहुंचाने के लिए। सेकुलरिज्म विचार का चीज है। सेकुलरिज्म भ्रष्टाचार पर पर्दा डालने के लिए, शब्द का इस्तेमाल करने के लिए नहीं है। यहाँ लोग सेकुलरिज्म का पाठ और हमको सेकुलरिज्म का पाठ इस देश में कोई नेता नहीं पढ़ा सकता है, हम जानते हैं।
And joining me tonight to debate this, I'm joined by KC Tyagi, who's Secretary General, spokesperson JDU, joining us from New Delhi. From Patna, Devesh Thakur, representing the BJP. Here in the studio with us, Jaiveer Shergill, spokesperson of the Congress. And of course, Neerja Chaudhary, one of our most senior and respected journalists and analysts. I just want to ask you, KC Tyagi, talking about the whole idea of principles, whether this decision that Nitish Kumar take, was it based on principles, was it based on opportunism, and what it means for Indian politics as a whole when somebody like him with his reputation takes a decision like this. Now, he's on one hand come out and said that secularism cannot be a garb or a cover for corruption. But clearly, secularism at one point was an important principle for you as the JDU. And in fact, let me just play what Nitish Kumar said to us not that long ago, just last year on Walk the Talk.
I'm clear about my thought process, and I consider their ideology as poisonous. They are dividing society on communal lines and now on caste lines also. अब सिर्फ संप्रदाय के आधार पर थोड़ी जात के आधार पर भी कर रहे हैं। किनको जगह मिली इनके राज में, लेकिन आज किस प्रकार से लोगों को बांटने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं खुलेआम। कहाँ तो आप कह रहे हैं सबका साथ, सबका विकास, और दूसरी तरफ आप वोट लेने के लिए लोगों को टुकड़ों में बांटते हैं।
KC Tyagi, what do you make of this? Till last year, your leader says that the BJP's ideology was poisonous, it's divisive, and now you're part of them. Are they no longer poisonous or divisive?
सोसाइटी के अंदर समय समय पर कॉन्ट्राडिक्शंस चेंज होते रहते हैं। आज प्रिंसिपल कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन हमारे लिए सोसाइटी में करप्शन है। एक समय था जब समाज के अंदर इस तरह की डिवाइसेस फोर्सेस एक्टिव हो रही थी, घर वापसी थी, हमने उसका विरोध किया था।
अब नहीं है वो। Now you're saying that, now you're saying communalism is not an issue. There is no communalism in India. There is no communalism practiced by BJP.
मैंने श्रीनिवासन जी आपसे ये कहा है, in the Bihar society today the corruption is the principal contradiction of the society.
Corruption is a bigger evil. Are you saying corruption is a bigger evil than communalism?
Yes. और कुछ लोग सेकुलरिज्म का नाम लेकर के अंबार संपत्तियों के भरने का काम कर रहे हैं।
अच्छा,
तो
आपने अभी तक,
और ये यूपीए 2
अच्छा,
एक सेकंड,
आपने अभी तक मेरे सवाल का आपने सीधा जवाब नहीं दिया। आई ट्राई टू आस्क यू द क्वेश्चन इन 4 different ways. Whether you consider the BJP a communal party or a secular party, you've not given me a straight answer. But let me just bring in Jaiveer Shergill of the Congress. It may be one thing to say that, look, the JDU has been opportunistic. It has at some time said that communalism is a problem with the BJP. Now suddenly it's refusing to answer that question and it says corruption is a problem. But when it comes to principles, the same question could be put to the Congress as well, Jaiveer, that the same discomfort that Nitish Kumar had with the charges against Tejasvi Yadav, all those different Benami land transactions coming to the light. You also are an alliance partner of the Mahagathbandhan. You also were part of the government. If you consider yourself as a principled party, why didn't you have any discomfort with it? Why didn't you raise that as an issue? Why didn't you say Tejasvi Yadav should resign?
Srinivasan ji, first let us not presume that corruption was the real reason why he broke the Mahagathbandhan to form this Thug Bandhan.
Okay, you know, let's come to that in a second. I'm just asking you on the facts,
on our principle now,
on the principle and on the facts of what came out of all those different revelations about Tejasvi Yadav and in fact the entire Lalu Yadav family's Benami properties.
Look, firstly, being a lawyer also,
yes,
Mr. Lalu Yadav and his family has to face the music of the law if they are guilty of any crime. Today, the reality is the Mahagathbandhan has been broken on unproven charges where a charge sheet has not been filed to join hands with proven communal forces. Now, if Mr. Nitish Kumar, I'm just comparing facts.
But when you say that, you know, again, this becomes very legalistic to say that it has to be proven. That has not stopped you in the past from making allegations against your political rivals,
right,
just on the basis of charges. Now, look at the kind of charges. These are not ordinary charges. If you just, I took out a list of all the properties which have been, found by the IT and the other agencies. There's a farm in Brijwasan in New Delhi, market value 40 crores. Benami Michelle Packers and Printers, the beneficiary Misa Bharti and Shailesh Kumar. There's a bungalow in New Friends Colony in Delhi, market value 40 crores. Again, Benami, some AB exports, the beneficiary are Tejasvi and Co. 9 plots in Danapur, in Jalapur, Patna, market value 65 crores. Again, the Benami beneficiaries are Rabri Devi and so on. It goes on and on. Why was this not a point of principle for the Congress?
Firstly, you know, the Congress party believes, number
yes,
one, if Mr. Lalu Yadav is guilty, he will be held guilty by the court. Secondly, it's our strong belief that this was merely a sham created to break the alliance, and this is a living example of vendetta politics,
okay,
the shared timeline. 3 years after being in power, they register FIR. Okay. Number one. Number two, a short question. If corruption is the axis which is broken,
yes,
then Mr. Nitish Kumar in 2016 and 17,
yes,
has asked Mr. Modi that there are allegations as far Vyapam and Panama Papers is concerned.
Yes.
Why are you silent? If resignation over allegation is concerned,
yes,
what's sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander. That's
okay,
for Vyapam and Panama.
Okay,
if he was a man of principles, last point, he should have gone to the people's court to resign. But you know who's let the cat out of the bag? Mr. Sushil Kumar Modi himself.
Right.
He says Nitish Kumar is used to resigning, taking higher moral ground. Why so much of drama? I have the tweet in front of me of 2015.
Okay, let me go to Devesh Thakur. Devesh Thakur, again, when it comes to principles, and the BJP says that, you know, each party says that we are practicing the politics of principle. What kind of principles is it when you lose elections in states, whether it is Goa, whether it is Manipur, now in Bihar, but you break parties, you divide parties, you get MLAs to cross over, and that's how you capture power? So where is the principle of that?
Srinivasan, there is nothing new in what you are saying. This has always happened all over the country. Every party has practiced this. And in fact, Congress has shown the way as far as this is concerned. I think you are forgetting the story of Bhajan Lal. You are forgetting the story of Mr. Apang in Arunachal, when the whole party was shifted and joined into Congress. So wherever there is a view, any party contests election to make a government. And where there is a possibility of making a government in accordance with the provisions of the constitution as per law, everyone will make it. Everyone has done so. We have done so. We will do it. There is nothing wrong in that. You are there to
This is
serve
a
the
very-
people.
this
You
is, I must say-
fight. What
I
do you
must
fight
say, Devesh
elections
Thakur,
for?
this is
You
a
fight
very
an election to
candid
make a government.
admission that
So
you are
please
no
don't bring
different
in-
from any
Sorry.
other party when it comes to political ethics, when it comes to political morality. They did it, you do it, everybody does it. Is hamam mein sab
It
nange
is
hain.
what after we come in
Is
the
this
government,
what-
the way our
is this
policies,
what
our
politics will be
development
reduced to in
oriented,
India?
corruption free government that we provide, that is more important. Because that is what makes a difference to the people.
All right.
Now,
Okay.
if a seat, well, now you saw what happened in Goa. The Congress people could not even, they did not even think of moving away from Delhi, from their cozy atmosphere, and coming to Goa to try to form the government when they
But
had
then
more
that's-
seats
but
than
then
any
that's
other
the point.
party. But
That's
the
the point I
BJP
want
rushed
to
to
put
Goa
then
and they were
I
able
want
to
to
make
put
a
that
government.
point to KC Tyagi.
So that, and that's
Okay,
in,
can I
that is
ask
in
you,
accordance
KC
with the
Tyagi?
provisions of the law.